Uh-oh.
I am looking for the
Yeah, you don't
where
see it
my
either.
deposit. Yes, I see it
Yeah,
now. Okay,
you
here it
do.
is.
Ay, Rebbeinu Shalom, hast doch beschaffen a Welt mit Tome Leid. Und weiß ihr doch, es ist gar nicht geschandet zu sein an eurem Mann. Aber ein größer Covid ist es euch nicht. Ist was wollt schon gewinnen so schlecht, wenn ich hab ja mein eigen bissel hab und Guts. Wenn ich bin ein Rothschild, oi didel, 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 dum. Ganze Tag wollt ihr sie mit die Baum. Wenn ich bin
Listen
ein
this
reicher
girl.
Mann, Hand in kaltem Wasser, nicht da reingetan und digi, dum. Wohl gehat a Deidl Beitel Geld und gewinn a Deidl Edelmann. Und ich wollt mir aufgebeut a Häus wie a Palaz, darf gehen mitten von der Stadt. A schönem Dach mit a Käumen, was bloß da räuch. A lange Trepp und Holzbett läuft und a Ruf, a zweite noch länger läuft a Ruf. A dritte läuft, ich weiß noch nicht wie hoch. Und es wird mein Häuf sein voll mit Katschkes und Gänse, die Sonne im Aschplatz sollen sehen. Von dem Krähen wären die Euren mit. Und jeder Quack und Knack und Chi, Kukereku, das heißt Iden, ich hab gelegt an Ei. Und es heißt noch, als da wohnt a reicher Jid. Wenn ihr bin a Rothschild, und didel, 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 dum. Ganze Tag wollt ihr sie mit die Baum. Wenn ihr bin a reicher Mann, Hand in kaltem Wasser, nicht da reingetan und digi, dum. Ich wollt gehat a Deidl Beitel Geld und gewinn a Deidl Edelmann. Oh, is mein Weib, mein Golde, seche neu sagwirte, Gott mit a Goido mit a Beuch. Macht a Zimestam in a Prostentag. Sie wischt dem Schweiß und sie bloß sich, geht schon wie a Pave und es geht von ihrer Räuch. Haben alle Dienst und bald a Jog. Und jeder Gewirr in Stott wird kommen zu und fragen mich. Und wie Baschleumen am Helle, geht an Eize mir ich bet, kratzt die Bordre betevje, sagt a Bordre betevje, auf die Scheiles euch der Rof, die Peyes dreht. Ja, pam, pam. Ja, pam, pam, Sis farzei kein Schum nach Gemine zu mein Entverhotatam. Wer sis reich versteht, chazon es euch. Wenn ihr bin reich, hab ihr sich Zeit und ihr geht dreimal a Tag in Schule rein. Und ich kauf mir a Stott bei der Mizrachwand. Und ich lehr und Schaß und Poiskim mit die fromme Jiden Gott den Jugend wird to sein. Äpscher nur in unser heilig Land. Oh, wenn ihr bin a Rothschild, oi didel, dum. Ganze Tag wollt ihr sie mit die Baum, wenn ihr bin a reicher Mann, Hand in kaltem Wasser, nicht da reingetan und digi, dum. Gott, was warf von Himmel uns der Mann, beschließt, ihr bleibt an eurem Mann. Was wollt schon gestört bei jedem Plan? Wenn ich bin ein reicher Mann.
Okay.
Perfect.
Okay, let's start. Marif, can you start reading the English, please?
It may come as a shock to learn that the musical Fiddler on the Roof was first produced in English, then in Yiddish, Fiddler auf dem Dach, or not. And it may come as a surprise that the movie script was not itself a story by Sholem Aleichem, but an amalgam of monologues recited by Tevye the milkman to, my little chat thing came in front of it, milkman to Sholem Aleichem, or not.
Okay, go on.
In any case, the song If I Were a Rich Man, sung by Tevye in the American musical, was actually adapted from another Sholem Aleichem story altogether from 1902. It's the monologue of an impoverished Melamed, religious teacher for boys, from the imaginary town Kasrelevka, who bitterly laments his poverty. He can't provide his wife with enough money for Shabbos. He dreams of a world without poor people, calls for Jews to institutionalize charity so that everyone is taken care of, and denounces both money and war. That monologue was the source of the song Wenn ich bin a Rothschild, If I Were a Rothschild, in Fiddler auf dem Dach.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Marsha, you want to try? Marsha? If you want. If you don't want, tell me.
Einer Shalom, hast du doch beschrieben,
Erschaffen.
beschaffen, a Welt mit Light, Light,
Light.
That's what I tried to say.
Yeah, okay.
Ich wissen, was ich doch als sis
Nicht keine Stunde zu sein.
gar nicht kein Schande zu sein, ein Armer, aber
Yeah.
Okay, later do it.
It's too bad I can't sing it. I used to sing this
COVID.
song.
COVID.
Ist das euch nicht? It's weiß schon gewesen so schlecht,
Wie schlecht.
ja, mein
Peaceful.
who's reading? Ralph.
Yeah,
Somebody's talking.
let her do it by herself, please.
Mein eigen bissel hab euch geus.
Open goods. Open goods.
Bravo!
Okay. Good. Good. You tried. You tried. That's what's important. Maurice, will you translate it for us?
Sure. Rabbeinu Shalom, Master of the universe. Hast du doch beschaffen a Welt mit Ulam Light. After all, you've created a world with poor people. When weiß ich doch, and yet we know, as is nicht kein Schande zu sein an Uraman. It's no shame at all to be a poor person. Aber größer Covid is das euch nicht. But it's not a great honor either. Is was schon gewesen so schlecht? What would be so bad Then ich hab ja mein eigen bissel haben goods. If I had my own little property, my own little material wealth.
So the haben goods, material wealth, yes?
Yeah.
Ich habe eine
Yes.
Frage.
Yes.
A kleiner Oitzer, only because I know the English words. A small fortune?
Right. There were two versions of this, of the transcription. And I think some people got the one that has Oitzer, and some people got the one that's on the screen now. Oitzer is a treasure. What would be so bad if I had my own little treasure? Oitzer. But here it's Hoben goods, my own little material possessions.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, because I have a different, okay.
Yeah, it's
I
a
got it.
different, it's another version.
Yeah.
Okay. So then will you read? But you can skip the all the diddle, diddle, and whatever. So just read. What's going on with me? Yeah.
Wenn ich bin a Rothschild, you want me to skip this, right?
Skip it,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Ganze Tag wollte ich sich wiederbauen, wenn ich bin ein reicher Mann. Hand in euch
Kalten.
Hand in kalten Wasser nicht reingetan und Diddle-Dum. Wolke hat Beitel Geld und gewinn Seidelmann.
Okay. Can you translate it for us?
I can try.
Try.
What-
Maurice will
Try.
learn.
Sure.
If I were a rich man, a Rothschild, all day would I sing
Like Biddy Bomb all day.
Bitty bomb all day, yeah.
Right.
If I were a rich man. Hand, this is an interesting, Hand in kalten Wasser, hand in cold water, hands in
Right.
cold water.
Yeah. It's
It's
an
the same.
expression to not lift a finger. I
Right.
wouldn't even have my hand in cold water. I
My
wouldn't
mother
even
said that
lift a
about my
finger.
father all the time. Like that the
I wouldn't have to do anything.
Say again?
It means I wouldn't have to do anything, not
Right.
even lift a finger,
Yeah,
not even put my hand in cold
cold
water.
water, or it was my mother used it to describe me as lazy. Das ist nicht der
Yeah.
Hand in kaltem Wasser.
My mother used it to describe my father.
Okay. Go on then. Volga.
Wollte gehad Beitel Geld. I would have had a bunch of money, I guess. Beitel.
A little bit of money, a beitel, a little bag of money.
A little bag of money, and given an idle man, a rich. What is
Right, so
idle?
Zeidel is a word that the word Zeid means silk. He'd be a silky idle
Oh.
man, refined. He'd be silky and refined.
Interesting.
Okay. Thank you, Dan. Thank you. Beverly, yes?
If you look at the book, the title says Tevenu, not Tevye.
Yeah, but there
I'm
were all
That's
kinds
the
of
print.
versions.
The print.
That's just the print, tell you.
Yeah, and
But
that's
it says
also
Tevenu, doesn't it? Tevenu.
No,
No.
Tevye.
no,
No.
it's Tevye. It's just the Russian script. It's the way the Russian wrote.
It's an I in it at the end, Tevye.
Yeah, because see that it's Verlag der Emes. Verlag der Emes, that's from Russia.
Okay.
It's the Pravda publishing house.
And
Emes is
Yeah.
Pravda.
Yes, the
Известия.
Yeah.
Up at the top, it also looks like Shalom Aleichem, but it's written like a Russian print.
It
Right.
is. So it's just Michael, when he chose this, he chose the Russian print of it.
Yeah, all right. No, it's interesting. It's interesting.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. So where were we? Have to move it because something. Okay. Elaine, please, Elaine.
Und gewollt mir aufgebaut a Haus wie a Palaz Davka inmitten von der Stadt. And I would build a house like a palace right in the middle of the city
Good.
or the town. A schöner Dach, a beautiful roof, und a Koimen was blost a Ruach, and a chimney that blows smoke.
Mm-hmm.
A lange Treppe von Holz wird läuft auf, a zweite noch länger läuft auf. A long wooden staircase that runs up, a second one even longer running down. It's so cute. A dritte läuft, ich weiß noch nicht wie hoch. And a third runs, I don't even know how high. Und,
Good.
do you want me to go on?
Yes, please.
Okay. Und wird mein Häuf sein voll mit Katschkis und mit Gänse. And my yard would be full of ducks and geese. Die Sonnen als platzen sollen sie. Von dem Krähen werden die euren Mied. My enemies, they should burst, they should bust. My ears would become tired from all the crowing. Und jeder Quack und Knack und Back, das heißt jeden ich hab. And every sound and quack and knock, and I don't know what bark is.
Bark.
Oh, a bark? Okay.
Yeah, but it's okay. We have crow.
Announces Jews I have, like I'm rich.
Ich
Yeah.
habe geliked an I. Okay, here is something else. Okay.
Oh, Hub, you know what? I didn't get that. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. It goes to the next one. Sorry. I'm sorry. I have gelegt on A, and it says I've laid
An egg.
I laid an egg. I laid an egg every yeah. Und sie heißt noch as da wohnt a reicher Yid. And it says here lives a wealthy man.
Thank you, Elaine. Thank you. Any question until now? No. Okay. Ralph, would you like to continue?
Sure. Wenn ich bin a Rothschild, diddle, Digel Diddle Dom, okay. Ganze Tag wollt ich sich beide Bom, ich bin a reicher man. If I was a Rothschild, all day long, I would beetle bum.
Right.
Rothschild.
Diddle around.
Yeah. Hand in kalte Wasser nicht Orangutan und Beetlebum. So I wouldn't put my fingers or hands in cold water, therefore being lazy or idle. Gewalt gehat Diddle Beidel Geld, a Vital Geld, und gewinn as idle man. So I would have a bundle or a cache of money, and would be an idle or a delicate or a refined man.
Okay, wait, you will continue, but I see that Steve raised his hand. Steve.
No, I just think there's when the phrase about like not putting your hands in cold water is not about being idle or lazy. It's about having the wherewithal to hire people to put their hands in the cold water for you.
I agree.
And that's a really important distinction. It's not about getting out of work. It's about being wealthy enough not to have to work. Many of you already know that. I'm still trying to learn it.
I don't know where you get your intuition, Steve.
But wait a minute.
Well, Barbara, you were a teacher. What road is quicker to a fortune than being a teacher?
There you go. You got it.
There you go, exactly. Okay, Ralph, go on.
Okay. What is mein Weib, mein Golde, zet schön ein Gewirte. So here's my wife, Goldie, who looks like a rich woman.
Good.
Geht mit a goiter. She has a chin with a goiter, mit a boy with a belly, macht a ziemlich stam in a prosten Tag. She can make a ziemlich even in an ordinary day.
Right.
Sie wischt dem Schweiz.
Nice.
Okay. So she wipes her neck or
Sweat.
Sweat.
Dry
okay.
sweat.
Oh, okay. Und sie blust sich. She builds herself up, blows up. Geht shine wie a pare.
Pave.
So she's going like a pave. I'm not sure what that means.
The golden pave. Peacock.
She's walking like a peacock.
Oh, peacock. Okay. Und es geht von ihr Arech. There's a smell or odor or whatever from her. Haben alle Diensten bald a Yog. And all the servants are in a hurry.
Well, she's running after them.
Okay.
Ahoich is, it's like she's smoking. Smoke is coming out
Okay.
of her. She's running after all the servants.
Because she's got so many servants, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Thank you, Ralph. Beverly, yes?
Yes, when they say macht a tzimis, there's two different translations for tzimis. One is a food, which or one is making a big deal about things. Which one do you think this is referring to?
Big deal.
Food. It's Simis because
food. You
normally
think
Simis is it's a special holidays.
You think it's food, not a big deal.
In a postutog, even on just a regular old day.
She can eat food that's usually made for Shabbos. She can eat on a regular day.
A regular day, exactly. Yes, Elaine and then Gittel. Elaine.
Wait. Hold on. I lost it on my.
Okay, so let's get. You found it.
Yeah. Okay, so the word Gewirte. The dictionary said a rich man's wife. I mean, I know a rich man's wife is a rich woman, but still, I'm just wondering, is it, and it's also very sexist, obviously. She got to be a rich man's wife. She can't be a rich woman. But Gewirte, would it be a rich man's wife or a rich woman, or could it be both?
I think it primarily means a rich man's wife because they've taken the masculine noun Gvir and just added the feminine suffix, like shatchen, shatchente, right? So it's gvite. Anyway.
Okay, Elaine.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, Gittel.
Is there some lore that says a goiter is a good thing? I'm just confused about the goiter.
It shows that you are, you eat a lot and you just get, you grow a goiter.
I always thought
you have the money to eat.
I
This
always
is
thought it
19th
was
century medicine.
I was always thought it was implying a double chin.
Double
Yeah,
chin.
Well,
yeah. And a
But
big belly.
they didn't relate it to age. They related to food, that you have
Right.
enough
Yeah.
food that you
Right.
get a double chin.
Shalom Aleichem didn't get his MD, so
So yeah. Steve.
Yeah, I think it's also that in our time we see thinness as a sign of wealth. You can afford to work out, you can afford to be in a gym, you can afford to take care, you have the time to take care of yourself. Fatness was a sign of beauty and health, not that long ago. I remember that something that I read that they referred to a heavy man as having a corporation.
Wow.
A large belly is his corporation.
Got that right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the other thing I think
he's
that
prosperous.
right, the other thing that's it's very interesting in another Sholem Aleichem story, he talks about somebody who is either important or self-important as being the kind of person who uses Loshen Kodesh in their mitvach. Nicht auf Shabbos allein.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Steve. Barbara?
No, I just wanted to echo what Steve is saying. And I think maybe they may want to make a reference to gout. I'm not sure. I was wondering if goiter really should be thought of as gout, and the overindulgence is the
It's
reason.
overindulgence, but
Yeah. So,
the medical stuff just
yeah.
eludes.
No, thanks.
We don't know. Okay, let's go on. Who is Maxine? Can you read Yiddish?
More or less.
So let's try this.
Okay, we'll give it a try. Whoops, sorry, I have to get back to
on the screen if you can see it.
Ja.
Okay.
Und jede Gewehr Stadt wird kommen zu und fragen mich. Punkt wie bei Shlomo HaMelech geht und Eze mir und Bett.
Ich bete, ja.
Bett. Kratzt die Bartrei.
It's red.
Reb Tevye.
The resh is just for red.
Reb Tevye sagt wird Reb Tevye euch die
Shilas.
Shilas?
Shilas, yeah.
Shilas, das Shilas. Euch der Rav die Gewalt.
Payas.
Payas.
Das ist ja the toughest. Payas right.
Good try. Good try.
Yeah,
nice.
Okay.
Maurice, will you translate it for us, please?
Sure. Und jede Gewehr in Stadt and every rich man in the city that come over to me und fragen mich and ask me, Punkt wie bei Shlomo HaMelech, just as if they're asking King Solomon, "Get an eitzah mir. Give me some advice. I beg of you. Kratz die board, Reb Tevye. Scratch your beard, Mr. Tevye. Zog davot, Reb Tevye. Say something, Reb Tevye. Auf die Scheiles euch der Rov die Peis dreht. Even a rabbi will be puzzled by these questions. Auf die Peis dreht means he's
thinking.
Mhm.
because it's a tough question. So he's got to.
Maurice, we lost your voice. Can you say something?
Is to twist the side locks so that even a rabbi, oich derov, for these kinds of questions, has to twist the side locks to think over what the right answer is.
Okay, Steve, you raised the hand, Steve, yes?
I was just going to say that what Maurice said, that it's so difficult, it curled his payas.
Yeah. He's thinking.
He just scratches his beard, twists the payas. He's got to think about it.
Yes, Mari.
I just want to say in another group we did a translation from English to Yiddish of a song, and really it is so difficult to get it really Yiddish. And whoever did the translation on this, they used idioms, they used words that are common even though they're not literal. They did a beautiful job. I'm very impressed at how they managed to completely Yiddishize it.
Good.
It was actually originally done. The translation was originally done, I think, in Israel to Yiddish.
Yes.
In the early 60s.
I bet it was a group that put their heads together to get it this good.
No.
No, was it one person?
One person, Shraga
Wow.
Friedman.
Well, I am impressed. I'm really impressed.
Shraga Friedman, he was an actor and he was, he was great. He was a great actor. I remember seeing him. He was really good. So, Gittel, can you continue?
Sure. Siz Barzeh, Kane, Shoim, Nifka Mina.
Yes.
Sie mein Antwer hat Tem, wer siz reich versteht, Hazanes euch. And it's not a big deal for them if my answer doesn't make sense.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because if you're rich, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, yeah, that's the translation. That's exactly the translation, although the wording is different. Yes.
Yeah.
Go on.
Wenn ich bin reich, when I am rich, hab ich sich Zeit und ich gehe dreimal a Tag in Schule rein. When I'm rich, I will have time to go to Schule 3 times a day. Und ich kauf mir a Stadt bei der Mizrach-Wand, and I'll rent myself a space near the Eastern Wall.
Yeah.
Right.
Gelehren und
Shas
und Poskim mit Fruma Yidden. Yeah, I don't know what Shais and Posca.
Shas is the Talmud. It's the six parts of the Talmud. It's an abbreviation.
Shas Darim.
So he's going to study Talmud with very religious Jews. Gottenu, God willing. Wenn wird das sein? When will this be, God willing? Efsher nur in unser heilig Land. Maybe in our holy land?
Yes.
Good.
Thank you. Good, Gittel. Elaine?
Yeah, I know they're idioms, but I just need a little bit more. Sie mein Enfer hot atam.
Yeah.
What does
normally
that mean?
means taste, but in this context, does it make sense? Does my answer make any sense? It doesn't matter. He's a rich guy. That's it, you know.
Okay, and the other also, wer ist reich, versteht Chazonis euch.
Yeah.
Chazonis,
Right. So Chazonis is the musical notation, the system that Chazonim study and have to master to be able to sing, to be a Chazan. So he's just repeating the same thing. You know, if you're rich, you can pretend that you know the
or
musical
they think you
notation
know,
that
or
the
they think you
Chazonim know.
know, or they think you know.
Right. You can pretend, it doesn't matter. You're the rich guy, fine.
Got it.
Okay. Marsha?
Yeah, the English is very close to this translation. This was written way before Fiddler auf dem Dach. And the translation is very, if you read the English, you could get a lot of the Yiddish words. So.
Okay. Thank you. Barbara?
So I have a question with regard to those first two lines of on this page. I also was confused because when you look at the second line, vers is reich, vers steht chozoines euch, and I saw in the dictionary chozoines means vision. So consequently, like prophecy.
No, that's chazionot. That's something else.
Oh, it's not the right spelling? I'm not doing the right.
It's not the right spelling.
Oh, okay. Okay, then that answers my question. Okay, thank you very much.
It's not the same spelling. It's different.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so this we already read. So there is only one line here that is different. Barbara, can you read it? Gott was warft.
Let's see. Where do we start here?
Last one.
The last one.
Gott was warft von Himmel uns der Mann, beschließt, ich bleibt an eurem. So God, who threw down from heaven to us manna, he decided I should remain a poor man.
Right.
Was wollt schon gestört bei dem Plan? You know, what would upset the plan? Wenn ich bin ein reicher Mann, if I were to be a rich man. There we go.
Okay, thank you. Let's listen to it. Let's listen to it again. It's fun. Where is it? Here. Okay.
Ey, bin ich allein, muss doch beschaffen a Welt mit eurem Leid. Und weiß ihr doch, es ist gar nicht geschandet zu sein an eurem Mann. Aber ein größer Covid ist es euch nicht. Ist was wohl schon gewinnen so schlecht, wenn ich hab ja mein eigen bissel hab und Guts. Wenn ich bin a Rothschild, oi didel, 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 dum. Ganze Tag wollt ihr sie bitte bam, wenn ihr bin a reicher Mann, Hand in kaltem Wasser, nicht reingetan und digi, dum. Wohl gehad a Deidel Beitel Geld und gewinn a Deidel Edelmann. Und ich wollt mir aufgebeut a Haus wie a Palaz, darf gehen mitten von der Stadt. A schönem Dach mit a Käumen, was bloß da Räuch. A lange Treppen, Holzbett läuft a rauf, a zweite noch länger läuft a rauf. A dritte läuft, ich weiß noch nicht wie hoch. Uns wird mein Häuf sein voll mit Katschkes und Gänse, die Sonne im Aschplatzen sollen sehen. Von dem Krähen wären die Euren mit. Und jeder Quack und Knack und Chi, Kukareku, das heißt Iden, ich hab gelegt an Ei. Und es heißt noch, als da wohnt a reicher Id. Wenn ihr bin a Rothschild, Diddle, 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 dum. Ganze Tag wollt ihr sie bitte bam, wenn ihr bin ein reicher Mann. Hand in kaltem Wasser, nicht da reingetan und digi, dum. Ich wollt gehabt a Deidl, Beitel Geld und gewinn a Deidl, Edelmann. Oh, is mein Weib, mein Golde, Zetsche neu sag wirte, Gott mit a Goido mit a Boich. Macht a Zimesta min a prosten Tag. Sie wischt dem Schweiß und sie bloß sich, geht schon wie a Pave und es geht von ihrer Räuch. Haben alle Dienst und bald a Jog. Und jeder Gewirr ist dort wird kommen zu und fragen mich. Und wie beschleumen am Helle, geht an Eize mir ich be, kratzt die Bordre betevje, sagt a Bordre betevje, auf die Scheiles euch der Rof, die Peyes dreht. Ja, pam, pam, ja, pam, pam, Sis parzei kein Schum nach Gemine zu mein Entverhodatam. Wer sis reich versteht, Chazon es euch. Wenn ich bin reich, hab ich sich Zeit und ich geh dreimal a Tag in Schule rein. Und ich kauf mir a Stott bei der Mizrachwand. Und ich lehr und Schaß und Poiskim mit die fromme Jiden Gott den Juden wird to sein. Efter nur in unser heilig Land. Oh, wenn du in der Rotsche, oi dido, 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 dum. Ganze Tag wollt ihr sie bitte bam, wenn ihr bin ein reicher Mann. Hand in kaltem Wasser, nicht da reingetan und digi, dum. Gott, was warf vom Himmel uns der Mann, beschließt, ihr bleiben nur ein Mann. Was wollt schon gestört bei dir den Plan? Wenn ich bin ein reicher Mann.
Okay. That was fun. Someone?
Do you know who's singing? Do you know who the singer was? Was there any mention, Moshe, of who's the singer?
I don't know. No, you
It's
can
Stephen.
probably find it on the web.
It's Stephen
Steve put it
Skybell.
in the chat.
It's
Steve
Stephen.
put it in the chat.
Stephen Skybell. He was the he created essentially this version of Tevye.
It was the star of the folk. Yeah,
at the
he was the
Volksbühne.
star.
He has
Tevye.
he has relatives here. He might be from Houston, but he has a very dear cousin here, Rochelle Skybell. Yeah.
He's definitely from Texas.
He's from Houston. I'm almost positive. His cousin is from here.
Okay. Any more comments? Steve?
Yeah, I think what is so interesting about this is that this is translated from the English version, obviously, that was written by Bach and Harnick, I think it was. No, yes, Bach and Harnick.
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
You know, and the song, and obviously Zero Mostel, who's a brilliant actor, was created this character, and it's so interesting that how the Yiddish translation brings it back to a really Yiddish atam that Bach and Harnick tried to find, but this really gets like the whole thing about the Hand in the kalte Wasser, and this is just so meaty and interesting,
Yeah. Someone is talking, or radio is talking something, so please. If it's talking, mute yourself. Okay, Bob. Unmute yourself.
Has anyone seen this version?
I saw it.
Yeah.
I saw it in New York. Yeah.
And were you able to watch it without looking at the subtitles?
Yes.
Absolutely not.
Yes, definitely.
Sorry, I could.
I needed to look at the
I'm bragging. I'm bragging that I could.
I saw Zero Mostel do this on Broadway, not the original cast, but the second time he did it. And I think I needed subtitles then too in English.
Yeah. We saw it like maybe 2 or 3 years ago in New York.
Yeah.
In fact, the Yiddish Book Center was promoting it with
right.
Yeah.
Manna, you didn't even
It was
peek
awesome.
once in a while?
No.
Of course I peek once in a while. I have subtitles on my TV because it's easier. Of course I peek, but
the performance was amazing.
Yeah.
It was wonderful.
Yeah, it was a great one. That's true.
We saw the first. It started in Detroit, and when it was over, we couldn't get out of our seats. We were sobbing so that we had to sit there and just keep crying. And now I'm crying again.
I was just going to say that.
I had
all crying in the audience.
I had the same thing, except both ways, crying and laughing. Because I had to look at the subtitles because I couldn't get all of it. Obviously I was familiar with it, but one of the things that I really could hear, I could see that the subtitles weren't great. They weren't they weren't the real they weren't a literal translation, if you know. And I found that the Yiddish was funny. I had never laughed when I've seen Fiddler on the Roof in English a dozen times. I never laughed. But in the Yiddish, when I heard the Yiddish and saw the way it was translated, I had to laugh because the Yiddish is funny, but they can't get. There was one when at the end where the third daughter goes off to the guy in Siberia, and Tevye does a monologue and he says the world is turned upside down. That's not funny. That's sort of more pathos in that. But in Yiddish, it says I can't say it in Yiddish, but it's like you put your head in the ground and your feet come up like an onion. That's funny. That's funny. And there were a lot of places where, the word that they used in English or the words maybe they're not translatable. I don't know.
You cannot translate it word for word. You cannot. Idioms is the worst thing to translate.
But it was so much more. So yeah, I was way more. I never got emotional when I saw it in English.
We underestimate the artisticness of translators.
Yeah.
I mean, the art of translation and science, but it's just amazing.
So now we're all victims of the Yiddish because we understand the Yiddish part as well.
Speak for yourself.
Once when I was on stage, yeah.
Steve raised his hand.
No, I was gonna make a joke that my brother-in-law. What's funny is when my brother-in-law referred to the scene in Fiddler on the Roof where the daughter goes off to Siberia as the same feeling he had watching his daughter go to the mall by herself for the first time.
Not quite.
Right. Not quite. Yes, Cookie. Yes.
I was going to say that once I tried to do something that's English in Yiddish. It didn't go over. How we say in English, hold your horses, wait a minute, I yell out to the audience, they were murmuring, I said, halt deine Fäden. It took a minute or two before they started to laugh because it doesn't have the same feeling. No. The idiom in England. I said, halt deine Fäden. It's like they had to think, what does that?
Yeah.
Aren't familiar.
Yeah.
Okay. I think
But
it's
there's
time. Yeah,
there's
I
a
think
book written by a Yiddish, he's gone now, may he rest in peace, I can't remember his name. He took many a Yiddish song and turned it into English. And he had a whole book of songs of all Yiddish
Mickey
songs
Katz.
with English. No, it wasn't Mickey Katz. No. I got a great song from Mickey Katz. When you let me sing it, it was a
no,
hit.
no. Today, not today, not
Some other
today.
time.
It's
Some
a
other
mix.
time.
It's a mix
Today
of
we had
English and
enough.
Yiddish.
We had enough song for today. Let's move to
Go
the
ahead.
story.
Go ahead.
Let's move to the story today.
Oh, Dunsky.
What was his name?
Dunsky.
Okay, so let's move to the story, and I'm going to make it bigger, of course. And it's by Michal Yosef Ben Gurion is the name that he adapted the Ben Gurion. Afterwards, it was Berdichevsky. So we read a story by him previously in Službe. In Službe. Do you remember the guy that goes to the army and he likes the army? It's okay for him. And then he comes.
He's forgotten everything that he learned.
He's forgotten everything Jewish. And when he comes home, his parents are matchmaking him with some, I don't know, fragile woman. And that's not for him. He cannot sit and learn Torah. He cannot be with this fragile woman. He needs tachlis. So we read something. We read in Službe. Remember it?
Yeah,
I'm not remembering.
I do.
Yes.
So that's another one, only that's a real dark story. I have had it with me for a year and I was not sure if I'm going to bring it because it's really dark. And guys, don't learn anything from this story, please. Don't get it into your head. You will see, if you didn't read the English or the Yiddish, you will see what I mean. So please, okay? Okay, so Karen, will you start reading, please?
Can you make it a little bit bigger?
Yes, I can.
A lot bigger.
Okay,
that's good.
No, noch größer, ich kann nicht, because it will get out of
You
the frame.
you can do it yourself with your fingers. Just pinch it. At least I can.
Well, I did it, but it will
Not you, I mean everybody else.
Yeah. Otherwise, it will just get out of the frame. So please, Karen.
Der Koval, or Der Koval?
Yes, der Koval.
Der Koval, the blacksmith. A Meise von einem, was hat versammt sein Weib. A story of someone who poisoned his wife.
So now, do you understand what I say? Why I said what I said?
Yes.
Okay.
Ich habe sie aufgeschrieben. I wrote it, the story. I wrote the story. Kede men soll sich davon herabgenommen a Musar, in order to draw a moral from it. Hat sie mir allein erzählt. He himself told it to me, as is gekommen von dorten. When he came back from there, when he came from there. Sein Punem is given schwarz, his face was black, aber sie is given in dem a semen von Gewure. But there was in it a sign of courage or of strength, of heroism. Sein greuer Bor is given a bissel geschoren und
stechedig. His gray beard was a little bit clipped and prickly. Als had gerät, hat geguckt auf jenen mit Amin Cook. When he spoke, he looked at I'm sorry. So he had a kind of look. Wie einer will ton a bitteren Schmeichel, as if he would have a bitter smile. I'm not so sure if I'll just keep going. And does anyone want to correct me?
No, it's okay.
Oh, so far, so good.
Okay. Ich der Mann mich, als ich hab ihm gesehen einmal. I recall that I saw him once. Wenn ich bin noch gewesen a Yingo, when I was just a little boy. Das is aber itzin nit nit der Iker. This is, however, not the main point. Ich los besser im allein reden. It would be left better for him he himself to speak.
Yeah, thank you. Michael, can you continue, Fisman?
Can you move it a little bit to the right?
The right.
Yes,
Move
perfect.
to the right.
Perfect.
Okay, Michael, before you start, I see that Louisa raised her hands. Yes, Louisa?
Yes, thank you. I see, I have a question on the last paragraph, where it says, ich der Mon mich.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be I remind myself as opposed to I remember?
No, it's I remember.
I remember?
I remember.
Okay, thank you.
How would you say remind then?
Der Mann Emerson, to remind someone, but if it's yourself, it's I remember. Yeah, the man, I remember.
So that's okay. But Karen said that I recall. So
Right, I recall. I remember. Right.
I remember.
Yeah, I thought it was good. Recall.
Okay, so Michael Fisman.
Okay. Wir sind gefahren in einem von Balta. We were traveling together from Balta. Ist gesessen gegen mir. He was sitting opposite me, ungespart auf a Sackstreu, leaning on a sack of straw. Mir dacht sich, I think, hat etwas bei sich getracht. He was thinking something to himself. Noch a klein Perscheindel, still a little person, an Ormidel. Oh, noch a klein Perscheindel, another little person, an Ormidel, a poor Jew, ist gestorben, zusammengequetscht. He was sleeping, pressed together, hunched over, I assume, als hat gerissen beim Herzen, that it really tore at your heart. You felt very sorry for him. Der Balagola, the
Coachman.
Eric the coachman, thank you.
Yeah.
A starker jung mit haar Reutenkark, a strong guy with a red neck, had gehad a dreieckige Lappe auf der place. They had a three-cornered patch on his shoulder. As ich wollte gehad bei sich a Steckel, if I would have had a little stick with me, wollte sich mir gewollt darin zu beuren, I would have liked to bore into that latter, that patch. Ik heb ongeheven in kop rekenen, and I started to calculate in my head wieveel mol 18 is in 1000. How many times can you divide 18 into 1,000? Als ik op dem Indian gar nicht focus given, as I was unable to grasp this measure, was mein cover hat mir gesagt, that my friend told me, either ich bin gegangen vor, oh, okay. This was the problem that my friend gave me, either ich bin gegangen vorn, before I left on the journey. Also springen die Machshovas in mir herum, when I say that, and this is the way my thoughts whirl around within me without any order. Mein Katorschnikover sitzt die ganze Zeit und schweigt. The convict, however, sits all this time and is quiet. Man fährt über ein Dorf, we pass through a village, Hint haften, dogs bark. Man is schon beim Teuer, we're already at the gate. Nimmt heraus von Keshena a Beitel mit Goyischen Titun. He takes out of his pocket a purse of Gentile tobacco und dreht sich a cigar and forms a cigar for himself. Ich hab nicht gekannt zugucken. I couldn't look. Wie hat das zugelegt mit dem Speichs. How he licked it together with his sputum. He's spitting. A Schwebele, hat a Schwebele? Do you have a match? Hat zu mir gesagt. He said to me.
Okay, Michael, before we move to the next page, Githel, yes?
What is this three-cornered patch?
I have no idea what it is.
Just, it doesn't...
Doesn't it mean he was in the military, maybe?
No, he's coming out of prison.
No, but that's the Bala.
No, that's the
yeah,
coach.
That's the Balagole.
Balagole.
No.
It's just that, his clothes were torn and he needed to fix it. So,
Yeah.
That's it. Yes, Morty. Welcome.
Yes. Hi. No. Yeah. It's just a patch on a repair on the back of
the. Like a mending.
Yeah, like a latte.
A latte. Exactly.
Yeah. And the other thing, just to correct one word from Michael, plate says back, not shoulder.
Oh yeah, plate.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. We don't patch anymore. I think as kids we did. Our parents may have, but we don't recognize patches anymore, do we?
Yeah, but
just buy new clothes.
Yeah, our parents patched things. Yeah,
I still do. I do.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and there's a Japanese art of patching things because the more you patch them, the more beautiful they become.
Oh,
it's quite an art.
Yeah, that's an art. Yeah, like broken plates where you do it with the gold. Yeah, that's an art. Yes, Ralph?
Yeah, I was wondering, I thought that Rookin was back and plates were shoulders, but maybe my parents used to use them interchangeably.
Yes, in fact, you're quite right. They are interchangeable. Plates I've just looked it up. It can be shoulder and it can be back as well.
Okay.
Michael, are you South African?
Yeah, well, is that obvious?
Yes, well, aren't I obvious, but apparently not.
Sorry?
I'm South African
you're
too.
Both South African.
I'm a South African as well. I could hear the way you were reading Yiddish, actually, so.
Oh, okay. No, I didn't pick up your South African accent.
I know yours is stronger than mine.
Well, I come from a dorp.
So do I. Smaller than yours, probably, a real little shtetl. Where are you from, if you don't mind me taking a moment?
Okay, well,
where are you from?
A place called Delmas, which is about 50 miles from Johannesburg.
Oh, I'm from Uitenhage, which is near Port Elizabeth, and then from Bloemfontein. It's very good to hear a Hamish call. Very nice.
Accent.
Enjoyable.
Okay.
And you both have beautiful accents. Beautiful.
So we will continue listening to it because Michael is continuing to read.
Good. Okay, good.
Okay, okay.
He's asking for matches.
Schwebele, ja. Ich habe es ihm gegeben. I gave him a match. Als hat verräuchert dem Zigar, wenn he completed smoking his cigar, hat angehoben zu mir zu reden. He started talking to me. Upon him hat sich von mir gewusst. Apparently he knew about me.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Michael. David Katz, can you continue?
Ja, dank, ja. Fischl Koval, ich. I am Fischl Koval.
No, Kaval is a smith.
I mean Smith, yeah, the blacksmith. Fischl the
Blacksmith.
Als ich nicht gewesen in der Heim, bin ich gesessen in Rashef. If you are not at home, I'm sitting in Rashef. Now, I guess I'm from Rashef.
No, what I think is that there was there a prison. So in that place, there was a prison because he is a convict.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's what I think. There is any other suggestion?
No, it makes sense because gesessen,
yeah,
literally is to
Exactly.
sit, but it was also
Gesessen
means
means
time.
being.
Yeah.
The translation is I was doing time in
Doing
Dasha.
time, right.
Yeah, okay.
Mein Vater is auch gewesen a Koval. My father was also a blacksmith. Ich weiß nicht, sie hat in dem a cook. I don't know if you took a look at that, at this.
Just a moment. What does it say in the translation, Marie?
I don't know if that means much to you.
Okay.
Yeah, if you didn't take a look, yeah, that's a good. Yeah, that's very good. A Koval is nicht so a Zach wie a Schneider, Schuster, wie ein ander Malocha. A blacksmith is not a thing like not just a thing like being a tailor or a cobbler or some other artisan. Still hier arbeit schon Zoomer in Heisel, in Kammer. A carpenter works works through the summer in a house or in a room. Yes. Jene Ober Kvaken, Talmud in Stub. That one, however, no, I guess makes noise and does his work and it's stoke mitten nodal, he sticks with the needle. I guess he's talking about the other professions like the tailor, klop mitten hemero, bangs with the little hammer. Vos is in ganzen nicht größer via piat. In a little hammer, which is no bigger than this piat, is something 5, maybe a 5-cent coin or something. Piat, piatak. Bei uns steht man dem ganzen Tag in Kuznia. We spend the entire day in Kuznia. I guess it's a city. Zoomer und
In the
summer.
shop. In the shop.
Oh, the smithy shop. Okay.
The smithy shop.
Kuznitsa, yeah. Zoomer as a Hauptnor on Sharian of Tog. And it begins only without Sharian. It does, yeah.
Summer when there is dawn. When
So,
dawn.
okay.
When it starts to
The
light up.
Kuznia is in der Eckwohnstadt. The blacksmith shop is at the end of the city, the corner of the city, the end of the city, showing by Stefok, by the
I have no idea what is the fuck.
The step.
The what?
It's the step. STEPPE.
Yes. Okay.
In Russia.
Okay.
stehe ich und arbeite hier. That's where I stand and that's where I work. And arbeit, yeah, where I work. Ziehen beim Belozak. Where it supposed to be Belozak. As das
Bellows.
Fire springt.
The
The
bellows.
bellows. The bellows.
The bellows, the
Pulling
Belozak,
on
of course, the
bellows.
bellows. Yeah, the bellows that the fire springt, the fire jumps. Ist das der Verwickelnis, is that this is something wonderful and refreshing. As those fire, when the fire jumps like this. Aufheben dem Hammer und geben a Schlag, lifting up the hammer and giving it a hit off der Kovadla.
Anvil.
Anvil. Gate off those hearts. It goes on the heart. It warms my heart, I guess. Als ich hab gekonnt, dort aushalten, ein Jahr und nicht zu arbeiten. And that I was able to, spend a whole year there and not work. Is given a ness. That was a miracle.
I think he means that when he was in prison, so that he was spending time in prison and not working, that was a miracle because he likes his work.
Oh, yeah, spending there in prison and not working.
Because he
Those is
likes
given
it.
a ness. That was a miracle, yeah.
Yeah, because he likes his work.
Daarna habe ich schon gekrogen genug zu arbeiten, overseas nicht wie far ich allein. But afterwards, I received enough work, but it's not for my own self.
Yeah, it's not like working for my own self. Yeah.
Afeard Colvin und im Halten dem Jung. A horse afeard
okay, I think
Colvin, like something from a.
Yeah, this is tough. It's try shoeing a young stallion and keeping him put.
Okay.
No, yeah. Afeard Colvin und im Halten. Yeah, okay. Danke. Hat gesehen, wie soll Glied Eisen, wie soll man verschluckt rot? Have you seen how how iron glows when you're beating it in when you're beating when you're making a wheel, I guess, a rot?
Yes.
Die Kuzna is mehr a Sach teurer wie die Stube. Shabbos tut mir na fila on die Shabbostika kapotte, aber du stehen nur in Hemd und in Pluderen, Borvis und Schwarz wie a Coil, ist das a heiß. So the blacksmith shop, the Kuznetsa, is to me, it's much more dear to me than being in the house. Shabbos on Saturday, one even one gets dressed in you put on the your on Saturday and Shabbos you put on your
overcoat,
your Shabbos kapota jacket, long coat, but one gets dressed for Shabbos and Shabbos, but here what one does is you're just in the shirt and you're just in your shirt and your you're just shirt and pants and you're barefoot and you're black, just like a piece of coal, and those is really living.
Thank you. That was not an easy. That's not an easy read. So that's why we have the translation. Thank you. Any question until now about what we read? Everything is clear? Okay. Yes, Louisa.
Yeah, no, I'm not clear. I don't understand the tone of what is being said.
Ah.
Okay, so
He
the
was
thing
in
is, Mariv,
he was
will
in
tell us.
prison for a year and he missed his blacksmith shop, which he loved working in.
In prison?
He was away in prison for a year or maybe more, I'm not sure. And he's talking about how he missed being in his blacksmith shop. He loves his work. He loved his blacksmith shop.
But
what's not clear?
Because I had the impression that it was that he was kind of ironic about something or sarcastic about something.
Not in the translation.
No.
So
not ironic.
So
not
so
ironic.
he's definitely missing his days of work outside the prison.
Yes. Yes.
Well, it's not that he worked in prison. It's that he had already said that he doesn't understand how he could be in prison for a whole year and not do any work. Because that's what he missed.
Well, they
And now
did
he's
give
talking
him.
about
They did give him work in prison, but it was awful, like trying to shoe a horse. He said, but it was nothing like how he felt when he was working with the fire and the heat and everything in his shop.
Okay, now I understand. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Steve?
No, I was going to say that the line there that's really important is that he says that living is when he's in the forge.
Yes.
That's when he's truly alive. And there's a wonderful story. I don't know if you remember the flying Wallendas.
Okay.
And there was a huge accident, and several of them were killed. And the next night, the father, Mr. Wallenda, whatever his name was, went up on the high wire, and they said, "How can you do that? How can you go up there after this horrific accident?" And because the wire is life, and everything else is just waiting.
His actual words were, "Is dos achayes?"
Yeah. Yeah, er is a good Yid.
I didn't hear the last word you said, Steve. What was that word?
Everything else is what?
Waiting.
Waiting.
That's life, and everything else is just waiting.
Just waiting.
It's a very powerful thought.
Yeah. Okay, so let's continue. Morty, please.
Yeah.
As jene.
As jene wohl gewesen a schöne, if the other one, if she was a beautiful one, was wollt mir upgegangen? What would I miss? Verdient hab ich gedenk. I earned enough. Arbeit hab ich damit gehad. I always had enough work. Ariechen san Taten rein. To hell with it. The Rashever Pelzen. The
Stuck up,
codes.
they say.
Huh?
Stuck up, maybe? That's what it's translated.
Well,
maybe.
Could be.
But what is Dashevers?
Rashever, the people from Rashev.
Yeah, from that place. The people from that place.
So what
Yeah,
is
people from that place.
Peltzen? Arashiva Peltzen. What does it mean?
He might just be
Peltz, I
calling
think,
them
is
fur. He might be calling them fur coats as an insult, and from that town, the fur
Maybe
coats.
that's what he had to work
The
on.
coat.
He was in prison.
Could be. I don't know. Bei mir in Kuzne, at my forge, hab ich auf sie gespinnt und nicht geguckt, wo sie reden. I spit on them and I didn't care about what they talked about or what they said. Man hat gesagt, it was told, as ich lebe nicht gut mit my vibe, that I don't have a good life with my wife. Und ich will nicht liken. And I will not
Deny.
I will not, right, thank you. I will not deny, as sie es mir gewesen a bissl nimmes, that I was sick of her. Showing fintumidun from always on. As Hassan hab ich mit ihr gehad, warum man hat mir gegeben a hinderter. I only married her because I was given 100, probably 100 rubles or something like that.
Yeah, the Nedunya was big. Yeah.
Ja. Niet onkoken heb ik sie gekend. I couldn't even look at her. Meile, als ich hab sie, wo soll ich din? Anyway, as long as I have her already, what am I going to do? Die Kinder sind noch gestorben, Kleinheit. The children died while they were still very young. Lieb hab ich sie keinem nicht gehad. I didn't even love them. As alles was kommt von ihr is mir gewein nimmes. Because everything that came from her, I hated.
Okay, so thank you. Let's stop here because he starts here another, he tells us something else here.
What is Nimis? What is Nimis?
Nimmes is I can't stand it. I hate it.
Plus,
it's
tired. Nemesis is like it became tired. I was tired of it.
Nimbus, yeah.
It's
To be tired of something. To be tired of something.
But you have to use it the way you use ich mir gewinn. I was.
Right.
Mir
Z
gewinn.
is mir nimis.
It was
I can't stand
it was
her.
hateful to me.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. So
It's a word.
nimis is a noun.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
an
I think
Yep.
I would say es ist mir
It's an
mies
adjective.
geworden.
It's an adjective.
Ah.
Well, but
Adjective.
Nimes is much stronger than Mies.
Yeah,
I think,
Nimes is
I
stronger.
Mies
think
is
the
something
word,
you don't like.
It's
Nimes
a-
is something that
the word fe would
It's a
cover it.
Hebrew word.
No,
Fe would
no,
cover. No?
no, much stronger than
no.
that.
It's
Yeah,
Nimbus
Much stronger.
geworden. Yeah.
Right.
It's stronger, yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
Luisa?
Yeah, it's like in Hebrew when you say nimasli.
Exactly.
So it means it's repugnant to me. But
me.
Oh, yes,
Or I'm
repugnant.
sick and tired of it.
right, but it's
Repugnant. That's great.
exactly the phrase in Hebrew when you say in Hebrew nimasli. Same thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we will stop here and we will continue the story next time. I will do a count of your wives and see that they are all well next week. So you
Mine isn't well this week. What do I do?
because it's a very strong story. I don't know.
It's going to be tough
It's
reading, but
scary.
wow, wonderful writing. Really.
Yeah,
Oh,
the writing
marvelous.
is, but
Yeah.
it's
Morty, may I
very-
ask you a question, please?
Yeah, sure.
Morty, did you were you you're from Argentina or
No, Peru.
no, Peru? Okay, never mind then. Okay,
So
then it doesn't matter.
Anything about Argentina, you can ask Luisa.
Luisa is from Argentina.
No, I put an article up about a colonia in the United States that was started by Baron Hirsch. And there are a number of them in Argentina. And I think, I don't remember where I was, what group we were talking about that.
We were talking here when we did, remember when we did the tour around the world?
Yeah.
I don't remember what I had for breakfast.
That's a problem. But maybe I don't remember what I had for breakfast, but I remember what I did like 10 years ago. So
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
There were colonias, agricultural settlements in Argentina supported by Baron Hirsch. The most famous one was called Moisesville.
Moisesville, right.
Yeah.
And there's this article in the I don't know if you came late, so I don't know if you would have gotten it, but there's a link to the forwards. If you go to the forwards and look up farming settlements, New Jersey, there's an article about a colonia that was tried that had been tried to that they tried to start there that was supported by Baron Hirsch.
Luisa?
Yeah, Argentina. I was going to say that Argentina was one of the possibilities that were considered as a home for the Jews.
Yes.
And that's why the Baron Hirsch supported several settlements, but the most famous one became Moisesville.
Moisesville.
In one of the provinces. it's not in Buenos Aires, in the Buenos Aires province. It's a little further north to Buenos Aires.
I just put a link in this
Yes.
chat, Kestel, again for the
Yes.
for those of you that show up late.
Mhm.
We read about Moisesville, didn't we read a
Yes.
story?
Yes, we did.
yes.
We read letters of people that were in Mosesville, and we read about the colonies in Argentina and in other places. When we did, for those new ones, we once did a tour around the world, like Jews in Argentina, Jews in Peru, Jews in Cuba, Jews in South Africa. So we went around the world, and we did, Jews everywhere. So, Bob,
My
yes.
family's in Mexico.
There were many failed agricultural settlements
Of
in New
course.
Jersey, or attempts during the obviously the Roosevelt years, right? With
Well,
Roosevelt, as a matter of fact.
that's actually a little different.
Yeah,
It
I
was
know.
it was that's a whole different story.
Yes, there's
I
a
don't
different
know.
approach. I know.
Yeah, I don't know of another. I mean, what's interesting about this to me anyway is that there were lots of Jews in that area that established farms and cooperated with each other, built Jewish communities. But this was actually like Moisesville, a planned agricultural, nearly socialistic community that would provide independence and security for Jews. And it's just this is the first I heard of it, so I'm
Well,
very
as we
excited about it.
know, Roosevelt turned into a pretty reputable artist colony that still survives today, with artists there, and a
Yeah, but
little town, and self-sufficient in
no,
some
not at
ways.
all, not at all self-sufficient. It
Well,
was it
I
was
know people who
intended to
live
be.
there. I have good
Okay.
friends who live there, and
What's the name of the town?
Roosevelt,
Roosevelt of all
New
things.
Jersey.
Oh, yeah,
It's near
Roosevelt.
Hightstown. It's near
Yeah.
Hightstown.
Yeah.
Yeah,
By the way,
Louisa,
what's really fascinating about this particular story, it uses the um, the context of the coach, of the train, of the compartment of people traveling, where the narrator, or the writer of the story, can go one or two or even three levels deep into the narration to distance himself from all of the disturbing stuff that might be going on. And you have like all the great Tolstoy stories, where it's people are told, the story is told by somebody meets about somebody who they knew riding in a coach.
Yeah.
So it's a fascinating way of getting a story told, I think, with
It's also Sholem Aleichem, as
Yeah.
it in railroad stories.
yeah, right. Well, yes, the
Railroad
same.
stories,
On a
yes.
cot of a hat is a wonderful example of that.
Yes, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
I
Yeah.
love this story. I
Oh, it's
love the
wonderful.
account of it.
Yeah,
I'll
it's
bring
Well,
it
wonderful.
one day.
how
I'll
about
bring it one
the
day.
Kreutzer Sonata, which was one of the great Tolstoy stories?
Yeah,
Also,
know.
same
Same
approach.
way. The Kreutzer
Very
is
Russian.
Because as a writer, I can tell you that gives you a chance to describe
Oh,
what's going on in the whole culture, the
Right.
whole milieu, while you're at the same time telling, letting something tell a story. It's like a way to put you right into the context immediately. It's
No, it's a
such a
great
good,
platform.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
Okay,
really fun.
Louisa?
Yeah, I was just looking up that Moisesville was founded by a group of Russian Jewish immigrants who arrived in August 1889 from Kamenets-Podolsk in Ukraine. And it's regarded as the first agricultural Jewish colony in South America. There were others, of course, but just so that we get the context, the historical context. It was very thriving. It was I think a very Yiddishistic community. Because I remember I met some of them when I went to. They were in my group of fellow students. They came from Moisesville when we went to Israel for the first time to study there for a year. It was a course for Hebrew teachers. So a couple of them came from Moisesville. I'm still in touch with them, by the way.
Okay. Okay. Any more comments, questions about the story
Does
that we are
anybody
reading?
know about there was actually a homeland started on Grand Island, New York? Am I not? It wasn't just an agricultural colony. It was supposed, and I don't remember whether, Hirsch or Rothschild. I don't remember who was. Nobody knows about that.
No.
Yeah, it was supposed to be a Jewish homeland. I can't remember
Okay.
when. I'll look it up.
Good. Please
Okay.
send it.
Yes,
Please send
Monty?
it.
I don't know about an agricultural colony in Grand Island. As I used to live in Toronto, we used to cross through Grand Island all the time, with my wife to do shopping at the gallery in Buffalo.
Yeah.
But what I do remember very clearly is that a few years ago, the police caught up with a gang of drug dealers from Peru in Grand Island.
Whoa.
Oh, and they didn't point a finger to you?
No, I was just
No.
passing by. I
Lucky you.
wasn't the mule.
You were not the mule. Okay.
Lucky you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, we will continue with this story next time. And Mariv, it's wonderful that you have the translation
Yes.
open. So
Yeah,
it helps.
some of these words are really like,
Yeah. Because
rare, not used that much anymore. So it helps. Yeah.
it's a very difficult read. I tried it on someone and she said that it's difficult, so I kept it aside. But then I said, let's bring it.
Yes.
Mina,
Bravo.
Mina, one more
Barbara.
question.
Barbara.
Mina, one more question. Why is his name Berdichevsky or
Berdichevsky.
Why does it say Micha Yosef ben?
Ben-Gurion, because after a while he didn't write a lot in Yiddish. He wrote a lot in Hebrew.
Uh-huh.
So after a while, he just changed his name from Berdichevsky to Ben-Gurion.
Ben-Gurion,
Yes,
Ben-Gurion?
yes. Yeah.
Thank you.
Barbara?
Just following up what Elaine said, Rav Google.
And
So it says that Mordechai Emanuel Noah made an attempt to create a Jewish settlement called Ararat on Grand Island in the 1820s.
Wow.
So there you go. I guess there's more to learn about this.
Okay.
But anyway, this is the first stab.
Okay.
So
now I don't have to look. Now I don't have to look it up and send it.
Well, there's probably more to the
Now
story.
you all know.
Yeah, there is probably more, but there is so many more things about, Judaism and Jewish culture that we cannot reach. We try.
We'll never reach the end.
Well, it was the reaction. It was the
And-
reaction to the pogroms that people were trying to find a solution.
Yeah.
To escape from there.
Yeah, and when did the immigration laws, when were the laws tightened?
24.
1924. So the 20s, they probably figured if they had this little segregated place on an island, maybe they would.
Well, this was 1820.
Oh, this was
1820.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so we got to learn more about that.
1820.
They were really pioneers. Really pioneers.
And why? That interesting.
Okay, people. Seien wir alle gesinnt, wir sehen noch eine Woche.
Okay, schönen Dank.
Thank you. Wonderful.